Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Artificial DM. Hopefully you had a great Valentine's Day, and I wanted to bring another r/D&D stories to you. Taking a little break from the horror stories to have some feel-good stories. I figured since it's Valentine's Day, we should look at a few different stories, so I've got a couple of them in line. Be sure to listen to the end of the video to hear them all. Today's post is from the user Tico Ni. The story of how a level 4 sorcerer managed to one-shot a horde of around 20 undead, which our DM thought we would have a hard time surviving, almost single-handedly. A little context. Our party consists of 2 level 4 PCs and 3 NPCs. While 5 party members would make this a little easier, they rolled pretty badly, so they were pretty much negligible in this fight. The other party member was a paladin, and although she was very helpful with single target damage against a very tanky mini-boss, area of effect damage isn't her strong suit. We entered the town full of undead, which we are supposed to free from the undead. I don't think I need to say that walking straight into a town full of undead, Leroy Jenkins style, was a stupid idea. Well, we got rushed down pretty quickly, and were quickly overwhelmed by around 30 enemies. We managed to kill some before we realized we were being overrun, at which point I asked our DM for the exact proportions of our paladin's tower shield, to which our DM answered, rather confused, but quickly a plan started to form in my head, and it might just be crazy enough to work. I tell the party to fall back to the city gate, and for our paladin to place her tower shield horizontally. We ran through the gate, and when the last person came through the gate, I cast one of my favorite spells, Enlarge. My DM went through a short period of, "Can he do that?" And after checking that Enlarge can in fact target objects, he slowly realizes that the encounter he thought of as being very difficult was probably over very soon. My plan was taking form as I waited for all the undead to pile up in front of the improvised gate. After they all had piled up, I gave up concentration and jumped straight into the collapsing wave of undead, casting Maximized Thunder Wave on 2nd level. The corpses went flying as the thunderous boom filled the air, and all that was left standing was a single figure, the Dragonborn Sorcerer. TLDR, my level 4 one-shot a huge wave of zombies by playing it smart, grouping them together and dealing massive area effect with a 1st level spell, killing an encounter that our DM thought was close to impossible after we just charged in. I guess you could say the DM's plans were fried. Our next story is from the user MEC the MC. Eye bleach, anyone? After defeating a horde of zombies, our party used investigation to search their pockets, hoping to find loose change or a clue to our next mission. Our half-orc barbarian ended up rolling a result of -2. DM decided that he had accidentally ripped the pants off of one and saw stuff that should not be seen. As a result, he took 2d4 psychic damage. However, we took a long rest and healed right after. He tried to loot another zombie a few sessions later, and rolled a result of 0. The DM was merciful and allowed him to remember last time, and come away none the richer, but mentally safe. After the 3rd time, this time was a critical fail. The DM made him take 1d6 damage. It became a joke in our group until he finally started to succeed in his rolls about 2 attempts later. I guess you could say that he likes his partners to not be a dead weight. That's terrible. And our last story for today is from the user ShadowGhost905. I made a Godzilla character in D&D. This is a story about one of my favorite characters I've ever played. As the title states, I made a character that was a playable Godzilla. Campaign started in a tavern. Basic traditional start. Other players were a half-orc barbarian, a drow ranger, an elven mage, high elf, and myself, who was clearly the odd one out. My character's name was Gojira Titanus, pronounced Godzilla. Great name, I know. It's all I could think of. He was a wingless black-scaled dragonborn, and in place of wings, he had a set of distinct dorsal plates along his back. I had convinced the GM to let me have a fire breath attack that was blue, and had it so that when I used my breath attack, my dorsal plates would glow blue, starting at the tip of my tail, all the way up to the base of the back of my neck. Later on, after the party had formed and had gone on a few quests, I revealed a bit of my backstory. I was the last of my tribe after the rest were killed by a catastrophe I referred to as the Golden Demise. Any Godzilla fans will get this reference. And I was the only survivor. The party felt for me, and I explained that my ultimate goal was to find the beast and kill it. During one quest, we were going to a dungeon underwater, and the mage cast a water-breathing spell so well that it gave Godzilla permanent gills, so I could now survive on both land and sea. Mage rolled a nat 20 on water-breathing spell. DM allowed me to have gills. Fast forward to about 2 months later during a session. We were all about 5th level, and had joined up with a powerful coastal kingdom that had a problem. That problem was the oncoming threat of a Tarrasque. Everyone knew the only way to kill a Tarrasque completely was with a wish, so we went on a quest to obtain one. We succeeded, the wish being given to Godzilla, and made our way back to the kingdom one day before the Tarrasque would appear. The king had every one of his soldiers prepared as the creature appeared. After a long fought battle and the near death of our ranger, we finally restrained the Tarrasque. Godzilla, ready to make the wish, then remembered the Golden Demise and made his wish. He wished the Tarrasque out of existence, and that he be granted the beast's size and strength, and to keep his sanity. The DM tells me to roll for it to work. Natural flooping 20. The DM then describes how Godzilla begins growing to an incredible size, and will continue slowly getting bigger over time. I then roleplayed and said, "The Golden Demise will now know fear, for I am no longer Godzilla Titanus. I am the king of the monsters, Godzilla." My character then bids his friends and party farewell, lets out an ear-splitting roar to the heavens, and wades into the ocean to look around the world for the Golden Demise. After that, I retired that character and rolled up a new one for the next session. In a later campaign, set in the same world, the DM explains that my wish also increased my lifespan, so there were legends of the mighty beast that lives in the sea, a creature called Godzilla. So those were just 3 stories that I thought were pretty neat, that actually had fairly low upvotes. I want to give a quick shout out to all my subscribers that I've gained recently. It's meant a lot to me, especially being as I haven't even been doing this a month. It's pretty awesome, and I'm looking forward to bringing more D&D stories. If you enjoyed the video and want to hear more just like it, don't forget to join the party. Until next time, hope you feel inspired.